Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have the Lilienthal Berlin, at least I think that's how you pronounce it. It's either Lilienthal or Lilienthal Berlin model LC1. And you know the drill, we'll open it up, look at the fit and finish, the features and the functions, the build quality, and then I'll give you my overall opinion of this really nice Microbrand out of Germany. Also, make sure you check out my Amazon page for this and many of my other favorite watches. I'll make sure to put a link in the description field for you. So here you go, here's their watch box. And here's their logo, and I'll explain their logo here in just a few minutes. So let's open this thing up, and we'll go ahead and put up the specs on the left-hand side of the screen for you, and then we'll talk a lot more about this watch. Now inside here you get these, you get this little pamphlet here, and it tells you a little bit about Berlin and about the company. And you also get some postcards, some interesting postcards. I've never seen a watch company that included postcards with their watch in the packaging. You got one of a big sunflower there. You've got one of a dude wearing a horse mask playing the guitar. I don't understand this. It looks like you've got another one of a woman on a swing. And these are just postcards. There you go. And here is the watch. Here's the watch itself. And you've got some more stuff down here. This is very nicely done, by the way. Let's see what we've got in here. Looks like you have the instruction manual. I mean, this watch couldn't be more simple to operate. And of course, I'll show you that later. There's your instruction manual. Let's see what's on the back there. Just some random picture again. These pictures are kind of odd. And you get some stickers. I've never seen a watch company offer stickers before. That's kind of cool. I mean, I don't know what you would put these on, but if you want to decorate something, there you go. You got a white one and a black one. So there you go. So there's all the packaging. A little bit different. I mean, it's not weird. I don't think it's weird. Is it weird? Maybe it's weird. I don't know. But it's, and speaking of packaging, I wanted to show you this. And this watch is totally made in Germany. Even the packaging is made in Germany. Look at that. Packaging made in Germany. Look at that. So when they say made in Germany, they really mean made in Germany. So there you go. And I didn't even notice this. It has like a little blue. That's the same color of the sub second hand, by the way. I just noticed that. And I'll show you that on the watch here in a second. So let's go ahead and pop up the specs on the left-hand side screen. And before I do that, I'm wearing I call this the Bumblebee Seiko 5. There you go. In case y'all were wondering. Love this watch. I love that bright yellow dial. Love it. There you go. So anyway, let's go ahead and put up the specs. You are looking at a 42.5 millimeter sandblasted stainless steel case. It's 7.5 millimeters thick. It's 48.5 millimeters lug to lug. It's on a 20 millimeter leather strap with quick releases. It's 50 meters water resistant, which of course is 165 feet. It has a Ronda SlimTech 1069 movement with roughly a 2.5 year battery life. It's about the average. It has a sapphire hardened mineral crystal, which means I think there's a very thin layer of sapphire on top of a mineral crystal. The whole crystal is not sapphire. It has a recessed crown, which is really cool, and I'll talk about that later. It is hackable. It has a sub-dial second hand down there at 6 o'clock, and you can see that dial moving with that blue, the same blue that was in that kind of, I guess that inner watch box, inside the watch box, that inner ledge there. And it is made in Germany. So anyway, now let's talk about this logo again. This logo symbolizes the two halves of Berlin right there. Those are the shapes of the walls in Berlin, well, actually, you know, the Berlin Wall, that's what the walls used to look like. But basically, those are the shape of the two walls in Berlin. And if you look here, it's also on the dial. And the hands are skeletonized. That's also supposed to represent the two walls in Berlin, basically coming together. That's kind of what they're going for. I'm not an expert on German history. I'm not an expert on the wall or the Cold War. But this is what it says on their website. So I just wanted to kind of relay that to you as well. So there you go. All right. Now I'm not a fan of dress watches at all. I just like a tougher, more outdoorsy, rougher, tougher watch in general. I like something that's more water resistant. But this is different because it is made so well, it's ridiculous. I mean, this thing oozes quality. It really, really does. That's why when they contacted me, I was a little hesitant because I get contacted all the time, at least 2 or 3 times a week, by people starting up microbrands on Kickstarter or other places, wanting me to review their, basically fashion watch. And most of these fashion watches are, a $5 movement inside of a $3 case with a $1 strap. They're just pieces of crap. This is absolutely the opposite of that. This is an incredibly well-built and well-thought-out watch. I really, really like it. It feels like you're holding a BMW or Mercedes. I know that's kind of hard to convey over an interview, but good grief, this thing just oozes quality. Man, nice looking, well-built watch. I really, really like it. Simple sandblasted case. Nothing spectacular about the case. You kind of have a beveled edge here going up to the crystal. No polished areas. Everything is sandblasted. Okay. Now, one of the cool features is this recessed crown. If you look right here, you pull the crown out to just this one position because it doesn't have a date feature, and it hacks. Secondhand stops, and there you go. And that's how you set the time. What time is it? 7:20. There we go. And then you push it back in, and it fits flush with the case. So I've never seen a watch do that before. That's another reason why I definitely wanted to take a look at this thing and see how they pulled this off. I mean, it's really nice. They did a great job. So the back of the case, obviously you can see it's got 3 screws on it. You've got some laser printing there, or laser etching with the Lilienthal logo. It also tells you, if I remember correctly, I think it tells you possibly the serial number, or maybe is that the model number? I can't really tell. I think that's the model number down at the L1's actual model number down there at the bottom. It's really hard to tell. Anyway, it does say, it says Ronda movement right here. It says all stainless steel over here. And it says down here, I think it's tells you how water resistant it is. Yeah, water resistant 5 atmospheres, which is 50 meters, which again is 165 feet. So there you go. Just a real simple, but just the way it's put together. Again, it's really hard to convey. It's light, but it feels extremely substantial for what it is. And now let's talk about the strap. Good grief, this is the softest leather strap I have ever put my hands on. These are also made in the factory by Lilienthal, handcrafted in Germany. Genuine leather. What does that say? What does that say right here? Tanned naturally. You can see that blue accent that was on the watch box, and the blue accent that's on the second hand. Really, I mean, good grief. Now this is a little bit too small for me to wear, but it's so supple, it's so soft. It looks like you get a nice, again, a sandblasted buckle. Not a signed buckle, but it is sandblasted. You get a fixed keeper, which drives me absolutely crazy, by the way. And you also get a movable keeper right there. Now, what I'll probably end up doing is I'll end up slapping this on a NATO. I don't know, maybe a gray NATO. I think a gray NATO would probably look good, good with this watch. Y'all tell me what you think. Gray NATO, black NATO. But again, not a big fan of dress watches, but this one is different. It's made in Germany. It's quality through and through. It's very legible, which I like. Big, huge hour hand, big, huge minute hand, which reaches almost to the edge of the bezel right there. You got a 60 minute, basically I wouldn't say sub dial, but a 60-minute dial. Real minimal writing. You have the logo for Lilienthal Berlin. Again, you have that 6 o'clock sub dial right there. You have 9, 3, and 6, and of course made in Germany. Make sure I get this and keep this in focus for you. Made in Germany down there on the bottom. So guys, not too much to really tell you about this watch. It's just it's very simple, but very well executed. Very well executed. So when I received this a few days ago, I was incredibly happy and very, very impressed. Gosh, this is really nice, man. Really, really nice watch. And this is, again, coming from a guy that's not a dress watch guy. I'm just not. I never have been. But I think this would be fantastic on a NATO strap. Now, these come in 2 case sizes. They come in 42.5 millimeter, which this is, and they also come in a smaller 37.5 millimeter. They come in 2 case colors. You have silver and then you have gold, and they come in, I believe, 15 different strap colors. 15 different strap colors, everything from blue to orange to white to whatever, and 3 dial colors, silver, blue, and black. So you can really kind of customize this the way you want to. There are a lot of different options for how you want this watch to look. And I think they start at $219, I believe, for the 37.5 millimeter, and the 42.5 millimeter. Let me double check that for you. The 42.5 millimeter, I think it's $229. Let me see. I am correct. Yes. So what else? You also, with this, you get free worldwide shipping. You get a 2-year warranty and a 30-day return policy. So guys, I failed to mention, the only thing about this watch that I do not like is there is no lume whatsoever on the dial. None of the indexes are loomed, the hands aren't loomed, nothing is loomed on this watch. And I'm thinking, for what you're paying for this thing, they could have slapped some lume on the dial, and maybe at least on the hands. Okay, so look, well, there's 3 things now. All right, the fixed keeper drives me crazy. The quick release spring bars drive me crazy. And the fact that there's no lume, that drives me crazy. It really doesn't drive me crazy, it's just more of an irritant. Is it gonna keep me from enjoying the watch? Absolutely not. I'm really gonna enjoy this thing. I love the huge dial, really legible watch, and very well made. So there you go. I would highly recommend, if any of you want a nice, simple, rather inexpensive German-made dress watch, check out Lilienthal Berlin. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Check them out. Customize this thing the way you want to. It's a fantastic buy for what you're getting. I really like this watch, man. Cool. So anyway, so that's about it. Again, make sure you check out my Amazon page for this and many of my other favorite watches. And again, I'll put a link in the description field for that. And I'll put a link in the subscription field, obviously, for you to go to Lilienthal's website and get yourself one of these if you like. Again, free shipping, 30-day return, made in Germany, 2-year warranty, and you're gonna get it in about 1 to 3 business days, and that's from Germany. So, man, you can't go wrong with this thing. And normally, when somebody sends me a watch to review, and I'm very happy and very grateful that Lilienthal Berlin did it, I really appreciate it. I think I'm normally tougher on them than a watch that I actually purchased myself, because I want to make sure I give you an honest, unbiased opinion. And the only reason I'm biased with this watch is because it's a great watch, guys. It's gosh, again, not a dress watch guy at all, but this one really is hitting on all 12 cylinders. Great, fantastic watch from Lilienthal Berlin. And I believe they have 3 other models. If you want to get a different model than this one, they have, I think, 3 different. Looks like they have the L1, which is this one, and they have the Urbana, which is a even more minimalistic version of the dial. It doesn't have the 60-minute markings around the edge of the dial. And then you can also get some with different straps, like they have different pattern straps, and that's for the L1. So instead of getting your normal strap, they have 15 different strap patterns that you can get. That's pretty cool. I'm just taking a look at it now. So anyway, so guys, that's about it for this one. If you like this video, please click on like. If you want to subscribe to my channel, I really appreciate every single subscription. I really do. And man, until the next review, I've got a ton of stuff coming up. And until the next review, I will see y'all later. Take care. Bye-bye.